folks, we keep saying it. I mean, you really can't make this stuff up. We know what the Bible says is going to happen in the last day. We read about all these things that are going on, and we look around for the signs, and everything is pointing to the fact that Jesus is coming soon. And I know I sound like a broken record when I say it. Case in point, Russia, and boy, this is a big one. Russia has just announced a full-scale production of their hypersonic missile. Now, they say that this thing can evade Western defenses, which is pretty much saying, hey, America, shut your face because you don't have the ability to be able to mess with us or anybody else on the Western European front. Now, this makes a lot of sense because we know that Russia is not going to fall into the mindset or the hands or the sort of coalition of the globalists. We know as it relates to the European Union or whatever this 10-nation revived Roman Empire is going to be, Russia doesn't fall into place with them. As a matter of fact, Russia stands as a unique nation in and of itself that is going to lead an all-out war against Israel. Now, if you don't know how fast a hypersonic missile is, at least the one that they are beginning to mass produce, this thing is Mach 9. Mach 9 means you are talking about close to 7,000 miles an hour. Think about that for just a second. 7,000 miles an hour. And these things have long-range capacity. In one case, some of these missiles can do 1,000-mile range. Think about that for a second. Think about the capability of something like this. And we told you that this would take place. We have said that Russia was going to grow more and more bold as the days go by, especially when the current regime here in the United States has constantly been shying away from any kind of confrontation, and most definitely since Afghanistan actually took place. Check this out. Russian state news is literally seeking to let the whole world know that they are kicking it up so high, so far ahead of schedule, with a weapon that can literally destroy any of NATO's defenses. Why? Because Russia don't like NATO, and they've already put NATO on notice. If you don't remember, I did a video on that last week. You probably ought to watch it, because I'll tell you this right now. The kind of stuff that is going on is going to make Russia the type of nation that the Bible says they will be in the last days. We are moving in that direction, and folks, I'm telling you, evidence is continuing to mount up that this is going to get really, really ugly before God's hand actually intervenes. And I can tell you, we'll be raptured by the time Ezekiel chapter 38 takes place. But I can tell you this, if you begin to look around the border, if you begin to look at the Ukraine, you look at Belarus, you find out what's going on with the oil pipeline over there, the gas pipeline. Oh, there's an oil pipeline issue there. That's a whole OPEC Russia thing, but that's a different story. The bottom line is this: we are seeing what we know will happen in the last days accelerate forward. It's taking place. Now, here's the deal. Before, a few weeks ago, when I was beginning to hear the Christmas music playing on the radio, Andy Woods brought up this illustration. It's a good one. I knew for a fact that Thanksgiving was near. Why? Because Thanksgiving is right before Christmas. And folks, in these last days, we're beginning to hear the Christmas music playing, the proverbial Christmas music, because I'm telling you right now, things that we read about that are going to happen in the tribulation, the geopolitical shifting necessary to make that happen, all of the things necessary to be placed in the world theater to allow that to happen is beginning to take place, which tells me this: Jesus is going to rapture his church very soon. It's happening sooner than you think, so heads up. Folks, get your affairs straightened out. Keep your eyes open, because know this, Jesus is coming soon. It's exciting stuff. God bless you.